Welcome to Pause and Play. I'm Jessica. This is your pocket companion, a place to pause, to play, and to find your way back home to yourself. You don't have to do anything, just be here. Guidepost number 16, stay open. Remaining soft in a world that asks us to harden. Staying open isn't about being unguarded. It's about being undefended enough to be fully alive. Sit comfortably and place one hand on your chest. Take 3 deep breaths. With each inhale, imagine your heart softening. With each exhale, imagine releasing anything that makes you closed off. And whisper, it's safe to stay open. Let the words settle in your body. Let yourself begin again gently. I stay open even when it's hard. To wonder, to change, to possibility. Staying open is a courageous act. It says, even here, I will not shut down. I will stay with myself. It's easy to close off, to brace, to numb, to armor up, especially when life feels uncertain or overwhelming. But every time we choose to stay open, we give ourselves a chance to be transformed. This doesn't mean being unboundaried or naive. It means being rooted enough to remain responsive, receptive, real. Staying open is not passive. It's powerful. There was a stretch of time when everything I knew began to unravel. The career path I'd counted on shifted. My relationships changed. Parenting felt harder and more uncertain than ever. I tried to hold it all together with plans, routines, checklists, anything that made me feel safe. Spontaneity felt risky. Openness, indulgent. And the tighter I clung to control, the more brittle I became. I resisted change, hoping if I held still long enough, things would return to normal. But life had other plans. The more I tried to hold on, the more it asked me to let go. Slowly, hesitantly, I began to listen, one small yes at a time. An unexpected book that opened my thinking, a different way of responding to my kids. A walk down a road I hadn't taken before. Little choices that invited life back in. One afternoon when everything felt heavy, solo parenting, laundry undone, homeschooling mid-chaos, I got a text from a friend. Want to meet us at the park for a picnic? My first instinct was no. Too much to do, too many undone tasks. But then I paused, and something inside me whispered, stay open. So I packed peanut butter, sandwiches, and apples. We grabbed a blanket, we walked to the park. The kids ran ahead of me, laughter echoing down the block. We found a patch of sunshine, laid out our snacks, shared stories under drifting clouds. Nothing grand, just real, just present. That afternoon didn't fix everything, but it softened something in me. I realized I had been protecting myself from joy, thinking that control would keep me safe. But it was in letting go that I found my way back to connection, back to breath, back to myself. Staying open doesn't mean giving up who I am. It means becoming more of who I'm meant to be. It means trusting life enough to say yes before I know where it leads. And it means remembering that growth doesn't always come in grand gestures. Sometimes it arrives quietly through a peanut butter sandwich, a patch of sunlight, and a choice to trust the unfolding. Science meets soul. When we feel threatened or overwhelmed, our nervous system tends to shut down. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn, flop. These responses help us survive, but they can also make us rigid, reactive, and disconnected. Staying open activates the ventral vagal system, allowing us to access calm, connection, and creativity. This doesn't mean bypassing hard feelings. It means making space for them without collapsing. Openness is a regulated nervous system in motion. When we stay open, we stay connected to our bodies, to our values, to each other. Openness allows us to feel joy and pain without shutting down. It helps us live fully, love bravely, and listen deeply. It doesn't mean we let everything in. It means we learn how to stay with what's here. Try this. Daily practices. Pause and notice when you feel yourself closing. Take 3 deep breaths and soften your shoulders. Practice saying, I can stay with this for just a moment. Let someone support you today. Journal about something that's hard and stay with it. Stretch your body with slow, open postures. Say no with kindness, not contraction. Keep your heart open during a hard conversation. Let yourself be surprised by someone. Spend 5 minutes outside, noticing without judging. Practice receiving a compliment without deflection. Open your palms during meditation or stillness. Ask your body what it needs to feel safe enough to soften. Move slowly through your next transition. Let yourself feel without fixing. Pause prompts. What makes me close off? What helps me feel safe enough to open? When do I notice myself bracing? What does openness feel like in my body? What beliefs do I hold about vulnerability? How do I know when I'm defended? What part of me is asking to be held, not hidden? When have I chosen openness and felt stronger for it? What am I afraid will happen if I stay open? How can I be both boundaried and soft? What emotion have I been pushing away? What helps me trust others with my truth? What's one area of life I'm ready to approach with more openness? How does curiosity shift my perspective? And what would it mean to trust this moment more fully? To pause is to soften, to ask, what's really here? What's really going on? And the practice of not reacting immediately, of staying present long enough to feel, to choose, to respond. In the pause, we make room for compassion, for nuance, for wisdom to emerge. Openness begins here. Play prompts. Say yes to something new and gentle. Play a game where you don't have to know the outcome. Improv. Doodle with your non-dominant hand. Try a creative medium you've never used before. Tell someone how you really feel. Let your body guide you in a movement flow. Try an improv game that stretches you. Spend time with a child and follow their lead. Sing aloud, even if it's off key. Invite spontaneity into your next routine. Make a softness altar with textures, colors, and symbols of openness. Let yourself be seen in your creative mess. Share a vulnerable truth with someone safe. Follow a whim and see where it takes you. Create something just for the joy of it. Play is inherently open. It doesn't demand certainty. It invites surprise. When we play, we loosen our grip on control. We make space for discovery. We remember that not knowing can be beautiful. Play keeps our hearts supple, our spirits spacious, our minds receptive. Practice saying, "This is hard, and I can stay open." Breathe deeply before you respond to conflict. Write a letter to a part of you that's been closed off. Soften your tone when talking to yourself. Choose one fear and gently lean toward it. Let someone support you emotionally or practically. Stretch your body in a wide, open shape each morning. Keep a journal titled "Things I'm Staying Open to." Notice one moment each day when you choose openness over defensiveness. Create a ritual for when you feel yourself harden. Use aromatherapy or scent as a sensory way to soften. Practice making eye contact and staying present. Invite feedback from someone you trust. Hold space for discomfort without rushing to fix it. Treat openness as a sacred discipline. Staying open is a daily choice. It's a quiet courage. It says, "I will not let this pain make me bitter. I will not let this fear make me smaller. I will breathe. I will feel. I will stay." Openness doesn't mean you're not hurt. It means you haven't given up on connection. And that is strength. Art therapy prompts. Draw a blooming flower as a metaphor for emotional openness. Collage textures that feel soft, safe, expansive. Paint a cracked heart being held with care. Trace your chest or hands and fill them with colors of trust. Illustrate what a wall coming down might look like. Make a mandala with open, radiating lines. Doodle without a plan and see what emerges. Create art using only circular or flowing shapes. Sculpt something from clay that represents staying. Make an art piece titled, "I'm Still Here." Journal visually about a moment of soft strength. Turn a scribble into something beautiful. Draw a doorway and what's on the other side. Use warm color palettes to represent emotional availability. Illustrate how your nervous system feels when it softens. Space for personal exploration. Journal prompt. Where in my life am I being invited to stay open? Collage prompt. Gather images of vulnerability, tenderness, and growth, and create your soft strength vision board. I stay open to life, even when it's hard. I trust the wisdom that lives in softness. This affirmation grounds you in the sacred tension, of being tender, and of being brave, of being both boundary honoring and heart led. You are not too much. You are not too soft. You are exactly as open as you need to be, right here, right now. The cure for the pain is in the pain. Rumi. You are allowed to be soft, to feel, to stay. Staying open doesn't mean you won't get hurt. It means you trust that your heart is strong enough to heal. Keep choosing love over fear, curiosity over certainty, connection over control. Let yourself be moved. Community invitation. What's one way practicing staying open right now? A conversation you're willing to have, a truth you're willing to hold, a fear you're willing to feel. Share it, and let's hold space for one another's softness. Before you go, I want to recognize what you just did. You showed up, you stayed, you allowed yourself to loosen your grip on needing certainty. Today, you practiced staying open, and in doing that, you softened your defenses. You loved yourself beyond fear, and every time you do that, your nervous system learns that openness is not danger, it's growth. You are leaving this episode differently than when you arrived, because now there is a part of you that breathes more freely. And I want you to know, I see you. Carry this with you. You don't have to close to stay safe. I'll meet you here again soon. Pause and play.